Ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. There was a bit of a kerfuffle going on with the lobby passwords, so we're going to be doing the first game from Dota TV. The second game, and potentially third game, will be coming straight from the lobby access, but for now, please bear with me. Yeah, there was just a bit of a switch over, so we're pretty good for now. Like I say, just doing Dota TV for now. I'm Robin Roll Gaming. If you're joining me, you're going to be on Beyond the Summit 3. I should, just before I forget, for when we are actually in the game, in the lobby, and I've broken it. Okay. Hopefully that all evens out. Should do. Should do. But we are going to be watching some South American Dota today on Beyond the Summit 3. It's going to be Continuum versus SG Esports. Continuum coming through the open qualifiers, actually. The second game we're going to be casting as well. It's going to be another team from the open qualifiers versus DCSA. So, hopefully the sound, everything's going alright. Hopefully you're having a good day, evening, morning. Whatever time it is, I hope you're enjoying it. And we're just waiting now for Continuum. Hopefully there's no... Okay, no. Just getting the last tier up. It's going to be the Templar Assassin. So the lineup coming out from Continuum. Keeper of the Light, Bristleback, Rubik, Bloodseeker, Templar Assassin. Meanwhile, Spiritbreaker, Necrophos, Witch, Dr. Monkey King, and Marana being picked up by SG Esports. Okay. We have got ourselves a lineup and we have got ourselves a game one. The Keeper of the Light, the Bristleback, going to be a good combo. Maybe throw that into the safe lane with the Rubik, offering a decent amount of burst damage with the Fable, as well as the Illuminate coming out of the Keeper of the Light, the Bristleback being able to throw out some sustained with his Bristlebacks. With his bristles? Bristlebacks bristles? And I do remember, top of my head, let's see if I can find them. So it's Hijack on position 3, it looks like. Lolin Blue on 4, Cat on 5, YSK on 2, and Raya, hopefully I'm saying that right, on position 1. So it looks like it's going to be a bit of a switch round on the lanes if Raya is taking that on the mid lane, YSK. Maybe taking that to the safe Bristleback. Continuum Hijack, taking that to the off lane. Lolin Blue and Cat playing the support roles. So, after a bit of a delay, we are going to be getting straight into the match. And we want to be taking that off directed camera onto our own free camera. There we go. Much better. So we get our last hits. Let's try and fix this audio a bit, shall we? Music, eh. Looks like it's all coming through fine. Fine. Just got ourselves an initial pause. Hopefully it won't be too long. We should be able to get into this pretty damn quick. As once again, we just do a quick run through. On the side of SG, it's going to be Barino. On the Witch Doctor, we've got Costabil. On the Monkey King, Fodia. On the Marana. And I know I'm going to slaughter some of these pronunciations. I know I'm absolutely going to slaughter them. Theo on the Spirit Breaker, and we've got Laposa on the Necrophos. Hopefully this go will be straight in. Let's take a look at the item, shall we? So the Necrophos just getting himself that circlet. So we can finish off in the lane, I assume, as well as the Tangos and the Salve. Theo got himself the Orb of Venom. That's going to be great for chasing heroes down. He's got the charge there as well to close the gap. So looking to do a bit of early harass. Caustic just going straight for the poor man's shield. This could be a mid Monkey King. More than likely. Mirana just not picked up anything yet, but beautiful stylish butterfly mask there. And the Witch Doctor got himself a smoke. So going for the smoke and the ward straight away. Looks like he maybe wanted to either go for the TP to get that quick ward down. But is he going to smoke the rest of his team first? You know what? Ping issues. Of course. Video, let's turn some of these things off. Oof, I don't know why VSync was on. Ever. Okay, that's looking a little bit more healthy. Just having some issues with the latest Windows 10 update, it looks like, just with the streaming. And the FPS likes to bounce up and down, up and down, up and down. Hopefully this pause won't go on too much longer. Looking forward into the day, we're going to have Digital Chaos South America going up against Gorilla's Pride. Gorilla's Pride coming through the Open Qualifiers as number 2. And that's going to be the second game of the day. Coming up in about 3 hours. Well, depending on how long this game takes to unpause. I know as soon as I go back to, if I throw up the splash screen, this game's going to start, so we're just going to hang out and wait, I guess. Monkey King, looking for suggestions. If anyone's got any suggestions that Monkey King can buy, let him know. As even the little Beaver Knight looks like he's ready to get on with the match. Okay, we're doing it. We're taking a look at each and every character. No, oh, there we go. Let's take a look at the sets. Cat. Got the Staff of the Cool Magician. Looking pretty stylish on his Rubik with his shoulders and his cape, hat, hood, thingamabob. Okay. TA, rocking the inscribed focal resonance, as SG looking at it, a little bit impatient, looking like they just want to get this match started. Hopefully that means something along the lines of give us a couple of seconds and we'll be ready to go. Okay, game is going to be underway. We're going to get a straight smoke. Rotations coming out. No TPs. Actually, lol in blue. TPing himself up to the top. Looks like he's going to try and get that ward. Is it going to be near the rune spot as Spirit Breaker already there? Breaks the smoke onto the high ground. The right click's coming out, so maybe they know that ward's there. A Spirit Breaker just going to kick himself away there. Meanwhile, the Witch Doctor did get himself down into the Radiant Jungle, gets a good ward off for the rune spot, and another one just behind this tree, just to block off this camp here, to make the pulls a lot harder for the side of Continuum. So just looking at the setup, Rubik, is this going to be an aggressive offlane? This could potentially be with Lol and Blue as well as Cat. Hijack rotating himself up now as well. This looks like it's going to be an aggressive offlane. Up against the Necrophos. Monkey King though, wandering into the jungle, got the courier following him as well. This is... he's disguised himself as the courier. Of course he's disguised himself as the courier. Picks up the safe lane rune as the charge comes in, instantly cancelled off. YSK, not today. Though under the tier 2 tower, probably would have been the Space Cow death more than it would have been YSK's. So top lane, the rotation is going to come in. Cat just got himself his brown boots straight away. As Liposa does need to be pretty careful now. It is a tri lane, and with Cat rotating around the back, does he have the telekinesis? He does. The right click's coming out. There's going to be the quills stacking up. Telekinesis used. One more stack of, and it's going to be Hijack. Picks that up with the quills. Meanwhile, the mid lane, Mirana taking a bit of harass, but Rhea's taking a bit too. Not got anything up in the refraction yet. Does need to skill up those level 1 side blades just for that extra range, as well as the bounce, just to be able to do the harass damage and get a little bit more attack range, because as we know, Rhea and the TA's attack range, it's even less than a melee creep at level 1. May even potentially see a fix in the next patch. Charge coming out into Rhea as well from Space Cow. And Spirit Breaker coming in. Rhea doesn't really have any vision of this. If they want to make a go of this, not getting the refraction charges off just yet. Right clicks coming out. A lot of right clicks coming out on Rhea. Forced to use his salve now. A Spirit Breaker. Is he just going to rotate behind for another go? But Rhea pretty much full health, being right clicked down though. Only just pops those refraction charges as he's being chased down. The creeps going to be popping those out. And meanwhile, bottom lane, YSK being stunned up, but he just needs to play it a bit safe. Does have himself the level 1 in the Blood Rage, so the extra damage is going to be there if he needs it, but it does mean he's going to be taking the extra damage himself as well. Meanwhile, it looks like the Keeper of the Light as well as the Spirit Breaker found each other in the Radiant side jungle. Both heroes just backing away from each other. Rubik finds himself a haste. And rotating through, gets himself a bounty rune as well. Now, coming from behind, Mirana is pretty low. Even the courier's there as well. He could chase this down. One right click, second right click is going to be enough just before they can get the flying courier up. And now the charge comes through into the mid lane, but Rhea does have those refraction charges up now, and looks like the Radiant courier going to be guarded back by the Rubik Cat, doing a great job keeping it safe. Meanwhile, top lane, Liposa being forced back. Those quills coming out, going to be doing a lot of damage on Liposa. Needs to be careful because if he takes a lot more of those, it's already stacked to 3, so it increases the damage. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they do pick up YSK. And the Witch Doctor securing that kill. The right clicks are going to be there, and once again, the quills. Hijack finds the kill onto the Necrophos. Maybe the cure for cancer comes in the form of the Bristleback. YSK, level 2. He is going to have a little bit of a hard time with the Monkey King as well as the Witch Doctor down here, but with that Poor Man Shield, as well as the Blood Rage now, picking up the Blood Right as well as the Thirst, it's going to be a decent survivability tool picking up that Thirst. Just be able to move a little bit faster. And Monkey King, trying to stop the pull, comes across and sees the Radiant Creeps. So not denying it a lot of XP as he pulls it back into the lane. In fact, this is going to be a double pull. And should push the creep wave pretty far back. Meaning, once again, the Bloodseeker may have a little bit of a hard time finding the farm. Can be able to throw down this Blood Right on top of the creep waves, as well as the camps, to look for a bit of extra damage. But with the Witch Doctor hanging around there, it could put him in a bit of trouble. Spirit Breaker with the Invis. Gonna be able to see Cat with this ward just before it wears off as well. And once again, it looks like they want to make a move onto the mid lane. But with Cat being there as well, being spotted out now. The leap comes out. Bottom lanes, the pings are going to be there, and Costable just gets that leap, but YSK moving back towards the tower before there could be a cask thrown to keep him locked down. And now Spirit Breaker. Just can't see this. Doesn't, just as the charge comes in, the TP's coming in though from the Keeper of the Light as well. Rhea doesn't have refraction if he needs to use it. And the Spirit Breaker just once again taunts himself away. It's the age-old advice. If you find yourself in a bad position, just dance away. Dance yourself away. And Spirit Breaker taking that advice to heart. The arrow comes out, not going to be on the mark. It looks like it actually hits up onto one of the creeps. As Theo rotates himself, finds Lol in blue once again. And everybody just playing it safe, playing it a bit calm. Not really finding the kills into the mid lane. The support has always been there from both teams. Liposa though, not having the greatest of lanes, 10-0 as Bristleback sits 33-4. And Hijack pulling the lane again now. So this is going to make it so much harder for the Necrophos to get back into this. Looks like he just wants to get to the side shot, pick up his brown boots, make survivability that much higher. But once again, the charge comes out. It is only a level 2 Spirit Breaker. Gonna try and right-click down Lolin Blue, it looks like, with the bashes. But Lolin Blue just juking him around the trees. The charge is there, and now Hijack comes back as well to throw out these quills. Just force the Spirit Breaker away from the lane. Meanwhile, bottom lane, YSK trying to play it safe as the Monkey King just sitting behind the lane. Sitting behind the tower even. Taking these creeps down and putting a lot of pressure on this tier 1 tower in the bot lane. And YSK can't really do anything about this. Is level 5, so close to having that ultimate, but with the Monkey King being backed up by the Witch Doctor, it's a lot harder than he needs it to be. Once again though, Spirit Breaker is only level 2, levels 5 levels ahead is Rhea, just right clicking him down. This could actually be the chase. Whoa! One more right click would have been enough, and Cat couldn't get there in time. No, he gets the Fable. So Cat with the level 3. Mirana does have the leap. Telekinesis is there. Arrow as well if he needs to use it, but with the refraction charges on top, just wearing off on Rhea now. Does need to be a little bit more careful about how far underneath this tier 1 tower he comes. So effectively both safe laners having a bit of a horrid time as the charge comes back in with the taunt on top. YSK 21 last hits, so keeping up pace with the Necrophos at least. That's pretty good. As the Bristleback now picks up his Vanguard. Blood Right just to help him farm up. Monkey King though, it looks like they're going to go for the leap. The charge coming in now as well. Witch Doctor with the cast bouncing through. There's going to be the boundless strike over the top. Right click's coming out. This is going to be enough to pick up YSK, and it's actually going to be Witch Doctor once again picking up that kill. Meanwhile, the top lane, Hijack just getting a free lane as of yet. With Liposa opting to go into the jungle for his farm. Doesn't really want to be caught out. The Monkey King did TP up. Maybe they try and contest this on the Bristleback, but with him having now the Vanguard, it's going to be so much harder to go for the gank. But in the mid lane, they do pick up the Templar Assassin, and Mirana barely gets out on about 15 HP. They take down Cat now as well, splitting the farm. Looks like it was the tower after that charge came in that secured that kill. And now Spirit Breaker starting to pick up the levels as Lolin Blue just moves himself into the mid lane with the level 2 on the Illuminate just to try and force this out. Try and force the creep wave back, make sure it doesn't push in. Spirit Breaker charging into the mid lane. Charging down onto the bottom lane. Is there going to be a telekinesis to pick him up? No, he gets himself away. As it looks like they're making a move on the bot. YSK takes a full Starstorm to the face. There's going to be the charge. It looks like we've got ourselves a carry Witch Doctor picking up 3 kills now. Kill secures. Not kill steals, kill secures. Going the way of the Witch Doctor. And meanwhile, Templar Assassin looking to find some farm on the Ancient stack, and it looks like they're going to make a move on Cat. The charge comes in. They do have a Necrophos there as well with his ultimate, and the telekinesis just before the charge connected potentially saves Cat's life. So Spirit Breaker walking himself right up to the Templar Assassin now. And once again, Mirana just hiding herself where she can't be seen to get a good arrow off. And there's going to be the Moonlight Shadow now as well. Are they going to try and go for this? Refractions, 3 charges up on that though. And the Sentry Ward, they see this. There's going to be... Oh, Spirit Breaker, can he get himself far enough away with the Rupture coming through the Illuminate? But he gets the TP out. Meanwhile, Leposa picking up whatever farm he can in the mid lane. And Raya playing it a bit dangerous. He's only got 400 health. But with those refraction charges, it is effectively extra health. So Cat, once again looking for the stacks. Witch Doctor got a decent ward off. Or at least a sentry anyway, to try and de-ward this. The charge comes into the bottom lane. Hijack just going to be turning his back and trying to walk himself away. The right clicks, they need to be on point because he's going to be throwing out these level 4 quills. Even the Monkey King trying to rotate him for this kill now. Leposa, are they going to be able to find this? Hijack trying to run himself away. Got the Vanguard, so he is pretty damn survivable. In fact, the Reaper Scythe comes out, doesn't even kill him. And Spirit Breaker now needs to back it up. Monkey King needs to be careful because these quill sprays, the TP comes out. Is there going to be a balance strike or anything over the top? Nothing. And Necrophos couldn't risk rotating in for the Death Pulse to try and finish off that kill. I just didn't even try and go for it as the Bristleback survives the Reaper's Scythe. And Hijack probably feeling unkillable after 3 heroes comes out to try and take him out. And can't secure that objective. Raya TPing into the mid lane. Like posted, just going to be forcing the Templar Assassin back. He's got the 2 traps already, and it looks like the Witch Doctor picks up that Invis rune. And TA gonna have to deal with an empty bottle for now. Though there is the bouncy rune, just a little bit north if she wants to go and pick that up, as Lolin Blue takes that option away. Everybody finding some decent farm around the map. If we take a look at the net worth, it is the Monkey King sitting at the top. Looks like he's going to be going towards a Battle Fury. Usually you see Monkey Kings opt for straight into the Echo Saber, but this Monkey King has a plan. Maybe to just try and get the farm up, go into the Echo Saber after that, and then the Shadow Blade. But for now, Monkey King making his way towards the Battle Fury. Looking for some early push. This ward does see the Bristleback if they maybe want to try and make a go for this. But Bristol walking up the stairs, forcing the Spirit Breaker back. Rotations coming in now. The Maledict's going to be so big. Doing extra damage if they do find the Bristleback. Monkey King teeping himself up to the top lane, looking for this free farm going on. So it looks like they're not going to be going on the Bristleback as of yet. The net worth, like I say, Monkey King sitting at the top, and then the Bristleback sitting just a little bit further back, about 400 back. Mid lane, are they going to try and make a go? The trap is popped. Rhea, the cask bouncing through, going to be bouncing through onto this range creep, but doesn't bounce back. Extremely lucky that it didn't bounce back onto the Templar Assassin. Going for that Desolator now as well. Only 1600 away from finishing that off. So 14 minutes in, this could be potentially a 17-minute Desolator as the Moonlight Shadow comes out. The charge coming in. Lolin Blue as well as Hijack cancelled off. Traps pop. There's a Rupture on top as well. It looks like he's going to try and go for the TP out, but he's not. Forced back by the Blinding Light. There's going to be the Boundless Strike as YSK does get the kill from the Rupture. Spirit Breaker couldn't get himself out of that. Meanwhile, mid lane, right click, Slaposa taking a bit of damage from the TA. And it's 4 points now into the meld, so that is going to be a lot of minus armor. Though Laposa does have the Death Shroud to try and protect himself up with those right clicks coming out. So Constable, they know he's there now. He's going to go for the strike down, trying to protect this tier 1 tower and instantly back up onto the tree. The charge comes through, Hijack being the target of this. And it is cancelled off. Okay, so Ruby, there's going to be the Blood Right over the top of this. The Reaper Scythe comes out. They kill off Cat, but are they going to get any more? Hijack trying to run himself away. The Maledict comes over the top now as well. Trying to turn this around. Quills spraying everywhere. The Death Pulse used. And Constable, there's going to be the Boundless Strike used to try and maybe slow this down. But the right click's coming out from the Templar Assassin charge. Just in the right area. It keeps Hijack as well as Rhea locked down. Laposa running himself away, but the goo just slowing him down. It looks like everybody apart from the Rubik going to be able to survive through this fight, though the tier 1 tower might not be as lucky. Charge used just to keep Spirit Breaker alive as Mirana pushing down the blood. The Blood Right comes out. Arrow's going to be off the mark. Eruption not available for 20 seconds yet, so Mirana is going to be able to get out safely. As YSK looks for a bit more farm. It's now the Templar Assassin about 70 gold away from that Desolator. In fact, this creep camp should be enough. So Lolin Blue in the mid lane. Cat just picking up the wards. Looking towards going towards his own Blink Dagger. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Light looking towards an Aghanim Scepter, it looks like. And Mirana content to push this bottom lane, looking for a Manta Star, which is going to be great for split pushing, clearing off waves. Meanwhile, Bristleback, Templar Assassin, even Cat moving themselves into the Roshan pit, looking for a quick Aegis, and just look how quickly Roshan, with all this negative armor, and Roshan just melts to the 3 heroes of the Radiant. So Continuum. They pick up a Roshan. They may lose a tier 2 tower on the bot lane if this push from SG keeps coming in. And the Monkey King, if he wants to buy it, can complete the Battle Fury. So the tier 2 tower is down. And that's the trade. Taking a look at the net worth, it's pretty even. Only a slight gold net worth advantage going the way of SG. And Continuum 1, keeping this game pretty darn close. The net worth should start going the way of the Monkey King. Now just because he looks like he's finishing up that Battle Fury, which he has. So creep camps as well as lanes going to be farmed quite quickly. Yeah, now he moves himself towards the Shadow Blade. The smoke rotation coming through, maybe using Hijack as bait. Spirit Breaker. Is he going to go for this? The rotation comes through behind. It's going to be the Rupture as well as the Blood Right and the Charge trying to get himself down safely. But there's going to be the Blinding Light as well as the Telekinesis keeping him locked down. And Rhea picks up that kill on the Spirit Breaker. Push coming in onto the bottom lane. Tier 3 tower is going to be slightly pressured. But nothing that the Keeper of the Light as well as the Templar Assassin isn't going to be able to deal with. Mirana. Close now to the Manta. As TA. Just looks like she's going to be pushing down this lane. They do need to get this tier 1 tower on the bot lane because any more pressure coming in from the side of SG could potentially look to take a tier 3 tower, even a Rax if they decide to group up, which is going to be the hardest lane it looks like for Continuum to push. So Continuum now maybe need to group up and look for some objectives. So Hijack throws the Nasal Goo out onto the Mirana. Meanwhile, the mid lane, are they going to try and go for a Smoke? Smoke is available on the Witch Doctor. And the Charge. Bottom lane, but Cat is hanging around if they try and go for this. Mirana, does she go back in? Charge is going to be there, so Hijack is being followed. Is there an arrow follow-up? It is off cooldown if they need to use this. What was stolen? It was actually just the extra speed as arrow comes in. Dodged by both heroes. And now it looks like Hijack wants to turn this around, at least onto the Spirit Breaker, but the Spirit Breaker gets the charge away. And now Continuum. Continuum coming through the open qualifiers are starting to group up, looking for these objectives, especially on the bottom lane. Just trying to even the lane up, maybe take a tier 2 tower after this as well, if they want to keep on the pressure. But it looks like the TA wants to go for this kill onto the Monkey King. Monkey King gets himself away. Okay, so the mid lane, it looks like they want to make a go. They do pick him up and take him down. It looks like it might have actually been the creeps that picked up that kill. Charge comes out onto the top lane. It looks like they're going to try and make a go onto Bristleback. The Reaper Scythe is available. But everyone just turns and runs away. Bristleback showing that he's pretty unkillable at the minute, or it's pretty scared for SG are pretty scared to try and make a move on this. Necro with the Moonlight Shadow rotating through behind. But everybody on the side of Continuum already backed themselves up, backed themselves away. Hijack cleans up the creeps as well as forces the Spirit Breaker back. So it looks like Monkey King got himself the Shadow Blade now, looking for a kill. Are they going to be able to make a move? The balance strike just misses as the Rubik dives onto one of the trees, but the Reaper Scythe is going to be there, so they pick up this kill onto Cat, and it looks like they're going to go to the Spirit Break. Spirit Break throws out the Nether Charge now as well. The Monkey King's Wukong command comes over the top. The Death Ward's going to be there. The Rupture used onto the Monkey King. It looks like just keeping him locked down. Meanwhile, the Illuminate comes through. Arrow, the blink away, but it hits onto the Keeper of the Light. And now Mirana chasing down with the Veil, trying to do whatever damage she can. Is there going to be a Starstorm? Starstorm just comes off cooldown now. The Blood Ray over the top as well. But the charge comes through from the Spirit Breaker. And it looks like the Keeper of the Light going to be taken down. But the Templar Assassin gets out, blinks himself towards the Monkey King. A couple more right clicks. He could find the kill as the Necrophos with the Death Pulse finds the kill onto the TA. Now the Blood Right comes through. The Arrow over the top charges well onto the Bristleback, but they've not got any Reaper's Scythe to be able to try and finish off this kill. Urn Charge coming out as well. Death Pulse. Is it going to be enough to try and do the damage as Hijack runs himself away and the tower, the tier 1 tower goes down in the mid lane. Meanwhile, top lane, the charge comes through and they do secure the kill once again onto Cat. And Cat not having the best time. Using up 5 of his 9 lives as well. So bottom lane. Reaper Scythe is up now if they want to try and make a move. There's no tier 2 tower. Witch Doctor coming through. The blink forward. There's a Death Pulse as well. Cask is going to bounce through. Is there going to be an arrow over the Death Ward? He's just trying to run himself away. But the Maledict, as well as the Reaper Scythe, could potentially find the kill. Mirana finds it with that Starstorm. Uses the Mantis Style to try and get himself away. Rupture is used and there's no way to try and interrupt that, as it looks like the Necrophos just going to be playing the Sacrificial Lamb. And Cat picks up the Ghost Shroud as well. Meanwhile, top lane, the tier 2 tower is being pressured. The blink forward, the Moonlight Shadow used those to try and get these 2 heroes away. Rhea. The dust doesn't look like it hit onto anyone, so the Monkey King as well as the Spirit Breaker are going to be able to get themselves away. 25 minutes in, net worth just slightly going the way of SG, but it is the Templar Assassin that sits on the top net worth. So now Lolin Blue nearly got himself the full Aghanim Scepter. 26 minutes in. Okay, position 5, position 4, keep the light. Not too bad. Rhea got the Desolator. Looks like she's going for the full Hurricane Pike now as well. As Mirana going for a Silver Edge. Got the Shadow Blade coming out on the Courier. Going to be trying to deal with this Bristleback with the Silver Edge. Good item to pick up. As the Monkey King does already have one. So it's going to be 2 heroes that are going to be able to initiate on this Bristleback and disable his actual Bristleback. So Mirana with the push. Just going to be putting on pressure onto the bottom lane. And it looks like Continuum. They do have the TPs if they need to get back. Well, Templar Assassin's already used theirs, but everybody else, TPs are available. If the tier 3 gets pressured too much, and Continuum looking to maybe try and take a fight here. Mirana throws the arrow out. It's going to split the wickets between the Rubik as well as the Mirana. But the charge is coming in. The hero stacking up. The balance strike just cancelled off. Thrown out onto the Keeper Light. There's a blink forward, and it looks like Lolin Blue is going to be going down. The Blood Right going to be used as well. So the silence onto the Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker not going to be able to get himself away as Rhea picks up that kill. And it looks like the Moonlight Shadow is going to be the escape plan for SG. Solaposa. Going towards the Shivers Guard now as well. Going to be able to easily clear up these waves with the Veil as well as the Death Pulse. As it looks like Continuum want another Roshan. They pick up the Witch Doctor. And we take a look, they don't have any vision over the Roshan. The TP is coming in now from 2-3 heroes. Monkey King, is he going to try and leap across the trees and throw a boundless strike out? The Shivers Guard completed up, the charge comes in, but it's not going to be in line as the Wukong's command. Aegis already picked up by Rhea. And now it looks like he wants to try and make a go. The Ghost Shroud isn't going to be lasting too long. As the Mana Leak comes out, they do pop the Aegis, but it's the Reaper Scythe committed. Going to be using the Rupture as well onto the Monkey King. Right clicks. Necrophos just trying to sit himself out of the way as he's taken down by YSK. Shrine popped, but it looks like Continuum want to carry on going. The Blood Right over the top of that as well. And now the Spirit Breaker. One more right click could be enough. Just using the one to keep himself alive. And Urn Charge is now going to be able to get himself up healthy. If we take a look at the fight recap, Templar Assassin did go down, but the Aegis brings herself back up. And the Rubik going to be traded off for the Necrophos. YSK get himself the BKB hijack, looking towards the full Abyssal Blade. Spirit Breaker. It looks like SG want to be stacking up these silver edges for the initiation onto the Bristleback. Keep the light. Got himself a few items now. Yeah, got himself a 1, the Aghanim Scepter. Decent amount of net worth coming out for position 4. Meanwhile, bottom jungle, the arrow comes out, the refraction charges are there, Liposa coming in there as well with the Shivers Guard. The chase is on, and it looks like Rhea won't be surviving through this. As the Spirit Breaker gets there just in time to charge into the creep wave. So SG, 2k net worth advantage. Nothing really major. May look for a push. TA does have the buyback though, 60 seconds without her. Lol Blue, the trap is popped. Necrophos slowed down to a crawl. Are they going to try and make a go for this? The charge comes out. It looks like he was trying to make it... Was that onto the Bristleback? Looks like it was. Cat, juking out through the trees, picks up the Paralyzing Cast. And now Monkey King throwing himself and jumping himself up to the top lane to try and clear this creep wave out. And this could potentially be where SG start to take complete map control. Necrophos does need to be careful. There's the telekinesis used as well as the Mana Leak. So Liposa with the Blinding Light forced back, uses the Ghost Shroud. The charge comes in onto Cat. Cat taking down the Illuminates, comes over the top as well. Arrow flies through, doesn't hit onto anyone. And Liposa just sits there as the Mana Leak as well as the Rupture wears off. But while this is going on, the Monkey King on the top lane takes the tier 2 tower. And this is where the pressure should start to come out. Summerana. Going towards a late Lincoln Sphere. Going to be great to deal with the Bloodseeker. The Necrophos. Necrophos is going for... It looks like a Lotus Orb. Another item, yeah, good to deal with things like the Rupture, the Telekinesis, Mana Leak. And even the Necrophos agrees. So Monkey King approaching that level 21. And if we take a look at what he's picked up talent-wise so far, plus 40 damage, plus 75 Jingu Mastery damage, plus 20 attack speed. Going for that glass cannon build as far as the talents go. Mirana being chased down. Is she going to be spotted out? Looks like she gets away pretty scot-free. And now Hijack. It looks like they just met. 4DR. Is he going to try and go for this? He does have the silver edge. The right clicks comes out. So the break is applied, but Bristleback's so tanky. So tanky. It looks like they're going to make a move. The Witch Doctor being caught out now as well. The cask bounces through, but he's stunned up. Chased down, gooed up. And it looks like Witch Doctor is going to be taking the fall. Meanwhile, Monkey King, again, just applying the pressure on this top lane. Trying to keep Continuum split up and constantly rotating around the map. Cask bounces through just to try and clear up these illusions. And now the Templar Assassin is here to try and... Or, I say try. To clear up this creep wave in a matter of seconds. Monkey King, are they going to try and make a go on this? He does have the vision. Oof. Looks like he just leaps himself down to the low ground. Or off the trees. And if we take a look at the vision coming out from the Radiant, it is fairly penned in, apart from these traps that are pretty much all over the map. Same for the Dire as well. They don't really have that much vision. Another gem picked up now by the Witch Doctor. Looks like he's queuing up another one just in case he dies. Roshan down for the next minute and 25 seconds now as well. Or at least. Keeper of the Light coming from a rotation from behind. But the Moonlight Shadow used defensively, it looks like, as 4DR cleans up this wave and can carry on going with this Moonlight Shadow applied. Necrophos chasing down the TA. Meanwhile, in the river, it looks like the Keeper of the Light as well as the Spirit Breaker taking a battle. And what was picked up? Arrow flies through just a little bit off the mark as the Death Ward was cancelled. Reaper's Scythe, they do take down the Keeper of the Light, and now Cat being chased down by the Boundless Strike, being able to finish him off. No buyback on the Rubik, but a buyback available on the Keeper of the Light if they choose to use it. Trap popped. Bloodright just to try and slow this down. And the rotations are going to be effective here as well. This tier 3 tower on the bot lane taking a bit of harass from the Monkey King illusions. Spirit Breaker stepping up to the high ground to try and get the right clicks. He's going to be followed by the rest of his team, it looks like. As the Witch Doctor just sits behind, it's going to be a Wukong's command out of the trees as the Boundless Strike flies through. And it looks like they're using this just to try and secure the racks. Monkey King being pinged as the targets, but this is going to be at least one lane of racks. The silence coming out from the Bloodright onto the Marauder as well as the Monkey King, but it's already a lane of racks, and now SG can just rotate into the mid lane and look to do a little bit of the same. Apply the pressure and slowly force down this tier 3 tower in the mid lane as well as the racks. Maybe they just wait until the ultimates are back up, the Wukong's command. As Cat gets himself the level 4 Death Pulse. That's actually going to be really great. Sorry. When Laposa does step up and throws out that Ghost Shroud. A lot of magic damage there. Okay, so 4DR. Just throwing out a random arrow, as you do. And now SG cleaning up both shrines as Roshan is available. There's a trap in there if you want to make a move. Charge comes out. Rhea is going to be the target, but he's forced back with that Hurricane Pack. Telekinesis up into the other. Reaper Scythe comes over the top, and Cat doesn't get himself out alive as Leposa picks up that kill. Now Lowland Blue being chased down. YSK brought in, but it looks like the Wukong's commander may pick up 1 or 2 heroes there. The Death Ward being used there as well. Hijack getting brought pretty low, and it looks like that Death Pulse being the killing blow. And even Rhea. Leap in 1 second. Monkey King tries to get himself in there as well. Leap down onto the low ground. The arrow picks up a creep. And now the buyback's only available on the Bristleback. Meanwhile, all 5 heroes up on the side of SG. So this could be a second lane of racks going the way of SG. The Balance Strike comes over the top as well. Hijack going to be slowed down by the Diffusal Blade. Is he going to try and make a move on this? Just with the goo stacking up onto the Monkey King. But it is going to be Mega Creeps. As SG just splitting the focus on these racks superbly. The break comes out onto the Bristleback now as well. The Maledict is going to be doing just enough damage for DR. Cleans up the kill. Mega Creeps have been achieved for the side of the Dire. Lowland Blue getting pretty low. A couple more right clicks. Monkey King, is he going to try and go for this? Not even needed as Leposa with the Death Pulse. And Continuum just going to call it GG. As it looks like SG take the first game. This was done from Dota TV. Hopefully we'll be able to dive inside the lobby. So we're going to waste no time in doing that. And I'll see you guys for game 2.